Thrills, One Horse Town on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Now, Karl Pilkington is getting ready. It's the start of a new strand in the show, a new quiz, a new competition to replace Rockbusters. Now, that's quite a tall order, but what have you done?
Right, like I said, right, if you've only just tuned in, what it is, I've took, and I'll be taking, a well-known saying every week from the show, something that crops up a lot. First one that sprang to mind was...
There's a little gay fella standing next to me in the urinal?
That's next week.
Okay.
This week, there's this airy Chinese kid, right?
Yeah.
That's crops up quite a lot.
Sweeping the nation.
Right. So what I've done, I've got 5 songs.
Yeah.
And I've edited them together to make that saying.
You've got words from songs where any part of that sentence occurs to recreate it.
Yeah.
Now, what do they need to do? Do they need to say what the song is? Just the 5 songs?
I mean, I was going to say song and artist, but if you want, just a song.
So there's 5 things there, and if someone doesn't get all 5, it's still worth emailing in, because we might give it to the one who's got the most, and then...
Yeah.
Can I suggest we go for artist rather than song? Only because sometimes it's quite tricky to get a song title. Sometimes it's it's very odd, or it's not quite what you think it is. So maybe artist is an easier one.
Are you happy with that, Carl? It's your competition.
Right?
I mean, Steve always does this whenever I come up with an idea.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure it's just the best it can be, Carl.
Yeah, no, he came up with a few game shows, and Steve was going, no, it's no good. And Carl said to me, he said, it's the one of The Office ever got on telly.
Yeah, but, well, we shall see how Cheapest Chimps plays out. But frankly, the fact that you said to me, Steve, I've come up with the best game show ever, it's called Cheapest Chimps, what's the idea? I don't know, I just like the name. It's something to do with chimps. I thought, well, I'm not sure that's the best game show ever. And what was the other one you came up with that you told me about?
I think a few people will be disagreeing with him, Carl. I think people will say that Cheapest Chimps could be the best game show ever.
You know, when I was at school, people like you, I really didn't like. You're a stirrer, Gervais. He flits, doesn't he, from one side to the next, Carl. The one thing, we may argue, mate, but at least we're consistent. Ricky Gervais flipping from one side to the other. One day he's on Carl's side.
When was the last time Steve wrestled you to the ground and got you in a leg clamp?
No, you're right.
Never.
What, is that supposed to be a good thing?
Well, did you see us?
Yeah, I saw you struggling in Carl's office earlier.
He was punching my legs to release me. We were on the floor, and I was squeezing him with my mighty legs, wasn't I, Carl?
What?
It was like, I imagine that's what a crab feels like when an octopus has got it. We were playing that, weren't we?
So anyway... So, I'll play you this clip now. It's 10 seconds long. We'll play it a couple of times, because you'll need to take it in. So here it is then. What are we saying? We're saying artists?
Let's go with artists.
Artists. So email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Name the 5 artists it has taken to make up the saying,
Give
there's
that
this
email
airy
address
Chinese
again.
kid.
Give that email address again.
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
There's this airy Chinese kid.
Here we go. Play it again.
Play it again.
There we go.
I think you better play it once more.
Oh, I've got them.
Have you got them all?
Yeah.
That's nice work.
There we go.
I can just remind you now that the prizes include a Red Dwarf DVD, Marion and Jeff, the first series of that on VHS, a Live Forever Britpop CD, and also the very best of Led Zeppelin. Let's play one of those actually while we're here. Brilliant. Rock and roll. One of the prizes on Carl's competition this week is the very best of Led Zeppelin. That's obviously rock and roll. We've also got a Live Forever Britpop CD, Marion and Jeff, and Red Dwarf. And should we play it again so people have got
There's this
another
hairy
chance?
Chinese kid.
Who are the artists?
Here we go.
It's tricky, it's not very easy. Once more.
One more.
Well, there you go.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Those prizes can be yours. I, at the quiz, also discovered, of course, and, I don't know, I'm just intrigued to know, Carl, I'm just intrigued to know. It was your girlfriend's birthday, wasn't it? Earlier in the week? Or last week?
On Monday, yeah.
And
you get her?
I mean, obviously, it was a triumph with the stuff you got her for Christmas.
The condoms.
The box of condoms.
Box set of condoms.
Oh, yeah.
not just the singles, the whole set.
Yeah, a complete collection.
Brilliant.
So what did you go for this
What did
time?
you get her?
Yeah, but
No, yeah, but it's her birthday. How long have you been together?
about 9 years.
Okay, so, ooh, God, it must cost you so much.
I know, but it starts getting tricky, doesn't it? Because I spoiled her a lot in the first few years.
Yeah.
So then you
Here's
start-
a packet of rubber bands. Enjoy them.
Oh.
Well, it's what she wanted.
Okay.
I mean, you're making out as if
No, everyone wants paper clips. Come on, what did you get her?
got her a new pair of gloves.
Right.
Alright, well.
And?
What, nice leather ones from Selfridges or Harrods or something?
They were good ones, the sort she likes. So they were.
Well, they weren't the little woolen ones that she had.
Yeah.
I thought that was a joke when she said he got me these, because I laughed.
No, but I know that's the one she did have.
When they said it's his birthday, it was her birthday Monday, and me and Steve wanted to get her, and she went, he got me these, because she had those little woolen gloves on. I laughed, because I thought she was joking, Carl.
That's what she wanted.
Right.
I've told you before about buying presents.
Did those gloves have your name sewn in them? And a piece of string that ran over the back of your duffel coat?
You know, I've never been into getting presents and that. I had the problem at that Christmas one, that time with the Victoria Plum.
Yeah, we'd hate that. We'd hate to bring that back.
We've done that.
Because you talked about the book, because it's kind of to do with your dad, isn't it? He's a very bad gift buyer, was that the problem?
Well, yeah, my dad just wouldn't bother. It was my mum who sort of made an effort, and she sort of worked out half of what I wanted, then she left it to my dad to get it off someone, see if he could get one cheap or whatever.
I love the fact that usually people talk about, like, drinking heavily, or, violent abuse, right?
Yeah.
But here's what he's been left with and scarred with from parents is bad gift buying.
Yeah, and
That's
the
not so
Victoria
bad, is
Plum
it?
incident.
In the greater scheme of things in the world,
Yeah, but-
that's not a bad thing to have, is it?
Right, there was this, this is what it's like about getting presents and stuff, right? With my mum and dad.
Go on.
My mate, Colin, right? He
Colin
had,
Makin?
No, Colin Bailey.
Oh,
right? He had a, little, Sinclair Spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Computer.
Yeah.
Which was like the thing to
Oh,
have at that
yeah,
time,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Used to always go round to his house. The deal was...
Not the one you had to play through the window because you weren't allowed
No,
to.
no, that's another lad.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is a different lad. And the deal was, he came to our house, and my mum gave him a pie. And then I'd go round to his, and I'd stay there for a few hours playing, you know, Hungry Horace and stuff like that on it.
Yeah.
Right? Now, my mum and dad knew that I really wanted one of these computers, right? So I waited about a year. Came round to Christmas Day, I thought, I reckon, might have one. Turned out, they bought me the wrong one. They bought me a ZX81 instead of a Spectrum, right? And, Christmas Day, I'm there trying to load the games up, it's not working, I'm thinking, what's wrong, right? And the thing with me, when I was a kid, I used to get quite sort of agitated.
This is the moment.
Right? I found out that it needed a RAM pack to make it work, right? Looking in the thing and it's saying, and make sure you put your RAM pack in the back. And I was like, oh, where's the RAM pack? And my dad's going, I don't know, I've got you the main bit. That's it. So, I was that wound up, I just was sick, right? Just sick. I didn't feel sick or anything, I just was like, oh god. Went to the sink, just sick. Because I was that on edge about it. I said, come on, we've got to get one. And my dad's like, Tandy's shut, we're not gonna get anything today. Ruined again, Christmas Day. That was after the year when my train set got blown up by our kid. The following year, no RAM pack. And now you ask me why don't I get good presents?
He's scarred. He just
I'm gonna die. Honestly, I'm gonna die. He's just screaming sick.
Yeah. There's no RAM pack.
Did you get to the bottom of it? Why wasn't there a RAM pack?
You have to buy them separate.
Oh,
That's why I'm
okay.
cons.
What do you mean I can't play Frogger?
Oh no.
So, wasn't there another incident when you threw up? Spontaneously threw up?
Oh.
Through sheer anxiety?
I do get it. It's not so much now because I've relaxed a bit, but as a kid I used to be quite on edge all the time with certain things.
Do you think that's what happened to your
The
cat
wind.
that kept being sick? That it didn't get the food it wanted, and it just threw up? Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
God, so they shaved it.
Yeah, but again, you see, the cat thing, I mean, it's mad, I was thinking about it the other day, right, I used to think I had quite a normal upbringing.
You didn't.
right? And someone was talking
Your
about the
mother
cat.
once told you not to go to school because it was windy, Carl. It was
Yeah.
not a normal
The
upbringing.
cat was being sick, so she shaved it, so it was easier to clean.
Right, well, my mum and dad went on holiday, right? And I stayed at the Rossies down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Only a kid, must have been about 5 or something, right? And I was always running around in the house. I had a lot of energy as a kid. What the Rossies did, they had this cat that was dead violent, the most violent sort of angry cat I have ever witnessed.
A tiger.
It was honestly, Steve, if it was bigger, it would have been, because it was just always having a go at you.
Yeah.
If you went to pat it on the head, it went to bite you and stuff. And what they used to do with it, to stop me running around, I'd sort of be running around, and then I'd get a bit tired, and they'd say, have a lie down on the settee. So I'd lie down on the settee and I'd nod off. And what they used to do, I'd wake up, and they'd have put the cat on my belly. Right? So I'd be scared to move, because it's like it's going to get me.
But it would keep you
But
there.
it kept me there, and it used to sort of slaver on me, and they'd sort of, you know, go out or whatever, and I'd be lying there. That's not normal, is it?
Carl, sorry, were you created by the Brothers Grimm for one of their fairy tales? What kind of a life is that?
A cat paperweight to keep Carl in place. He keeps blowing around. It's windy. We'll have to weigh him down. Be careful. Your mum probably told him that it's a windy day. You got to get something heavy on him. Otherwise, he just gets blown into the road. God.
Bless him. Carl, let's just hear your thing once more. Give
One
people
more
a
time.
final chance.
Alright, here we go. Right, so it was the Lars,
Yeah. What's the second one?
Strokes,
That was very tricky.
That is hard.
George Harrison
Harrison,
Ferrari,
yeah.
that's all I could get. It was Ari.
Ari Krishna, yeah.
But Chinese, Phil Bailey.
Chinese War is.
Yeah. And Deacon Blue, Real Gone Kid.
We're gone, kid. Now, you probably know me from such works as The Office and Extras. Stephen being my co-writer and co-director on those things. For those people who are not so aware of Karl Pilkington, he was our producer, sort of given to us when we first started on XFM. And you're thinking, well, why are we doing a podcast? It's because I like to be in a room with Karl Pilkington. You know, like some people go and help sort of chimps.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, they go to the
and help
jungles
out-
and things.
and help out little sort of endangered
Diane
species.
Fossey or whatever.
Exactly.
You're very
yeah.
much the Diane Fossey of the Manchester scene.
of the little bald mank world. And Karl Pilkington is an ongoing experiment for me, because I've seen him blossom from an idiot into an imbecile. And I want to see it through. Look at the way he's looking at us. Look at that. He's got a perfectly round head. And that's why I'm doing this podcast. Carl, what do you think about all this?
It's just, I mean, we are living in that sort of era now, aren't we? That you need to be able to listen to stuff on demand when you want it and stuff.
I know you're not a fan of the iPod in general, are you, or any of the MP3 things? You're concerned.
I'm warming to it, but
This is what's amazing about Carl. Even though he's talking about things like MP3 players, computers, iPods, he sounds like he was found in a glacier and thawed out. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And sort of taught to speak.
We're a couple of high school guys who found him, and we're trying to ingratiate him in the gang, trying to pass him off as someone from the modern day.
but my thing with iPods is, now, do we need them? Do you know what I mean? We're living in that era now where we have invented most of the stuff that we need, and now we're just messing about.
They said that in 1900. Someone actually said everything that's to be invented has already been invented. They
What?
said that in 1900. And how wrong were they?
No, but what came out? At what point? What was invented in that year where they went, right, that's it now?
The 20th century. Think what happened in the 20th century.
Go on.
Well, planes.
Yeah, but is that a good thing? Planes and that. Do you need a plane, really? Wouldn't it have been better if we all stuck where we should be instead of travelling about? War. Well, look, war's happening, isn't it? Because everyone's saying, well, now we can fly, we'll go over there.
So there were
I know
no
that.
wars prior to the invention of the aeroplane?
Not like there is today.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, the world's got smaller on it. Everyone's saying that, right?
Yeah.
The way I was saying to you the other day, we now go to places where we shouldn't go. People go on holiday to places where you've got to have an injection before you go there.
Yeah.
Forget it then. That's a warning. Don't go
Well,
there.
I'm with you on that. I don't want to enter a country where I have to have an injection to stop me from dying while I'm in that country.
Right,
I
that's-
totally agree with you on that.
So what
Yeah.
happened is, they invented the plane, and it's like, oh, let's go on holiday, and then they go, oh, I die now. Oh, well, you've got to invent something. Let's invent an injection, and then it's like, right, well, what else do we need to go to that place? There's a lot of faffing. So what I'm saying is,
Is that a place? A lot of faffing.
what I'm saying is, Steve's travelled more than I have. You've been to like dangerous places.
I've been to places where you need injections, yeah.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's fascinating, isn't it? Do you not believe in that idea of travel broadens the mind? It makes you experience other ways of life, other ways of thinking. It just enriches you as a human being. That's the whole reason people go travelling.
Well, since the invention of the telly, you don't have to go that far to see
You're
it.
absolutely right.
So there you go then. The telly was the 20th century, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So where
Some
would
good
you
stuff.
where would you stop then? You'd stop making stuff now? Stop inventing stuff right now?
If we're going to invent something, right, forget like the traditional way of people having kids, right? The way they, have it away and that. You have a little
What do
kid.
you mean? What do you mean?
No, like the way that, we have kids and stuff. If it'd be good if what happened was to control it is if man and woman, right, they're born and that, they enjoy their life, they learn a lot, they live to be about 78, I think, by that point.
So specific.
Yeah, 78,
No,
yeah.
but by 78, I reckon you've sort of got to that point where you go, do you know what, I've done everything I'm going to do. If you haven't bungee jumped by the time you're 78, you're not going to do it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like...
Your hips come off.
You've done it all now,
Yeah.
and then you die, right? So, say if everyone had that, they live to be 78, but then just as you die, you have a little baby inside you, and as you die, your life carries on.
Sorry.
How is
are
this
you-
happening?
Sorry, are you mental?
No, but don't you think...
I mean, what? I've never heard such drivel.
You're saying that, but if Newton said it, you'd go, interesting. That's what annoys me.
The point is, Carl, he never would. He'd never say it. That's the point.
But if you never say it,
I don't understand what you're talking about there. What? How was it? How is there a little baby in a 78-year-old?
No, what I'm saying is it's like an apple, where the apple grows and it's got its little baby pips in it, and the apple goes and the seeds are planted and a new one's born.
But that's what happens.
But that is what reproduction is.
Yeah, but I'm saying babies aren't being born left, right and centre. It's controlled so that as someone dies, someone's born.
But Carl, stop. Whose responsibility is
Look,
this?
if you don't want to do it, we won't do it. But I'm
is it
just
supposed to be nature? Has nature got to develop humans so that we act that way? We live that way?
What I
Or is this a
like-
scientific
What
experiment?
I like, he said to you then, he said, look, if you don't want to do it, we don't need to do it. Like, if you were up for it, we'll sort it out. We can do that.
We'll have a wit round so we can do the research.
I just think at the end of the day we've got to do something. And is anyone keeping an eye on this and looking at what we can do next to control the population thing? It does my head in that I've got to live in London for work and what have you, and there's loads of people here, and forget going out on a Saturday night, it's too busy, and you can't move, and they keep... I mean, what annoys me about London
So
is...
your solution is that 78-year-old women have little babies inside them, and as they slip away into death, the little babies... And how is that baby then
Who looks
raised?
after
Who
the
looks
baby?
after the baby?
Because it's a pretty good system having a baby while you're young enough to look after that baby and make sure it lives to, reproductive age itself.
I mean, that system's been working for years.
Nature's sort of sorted it out. Natural selection and evolution sort of makes that a good model.
But wait a minute, nature. Pop that on hold, because Karl Pilkington's got an idea.
Yeah.
It was that's what it was, just an idea.
Yeah, well, it was nonsense. But thank you for it.
The worst idea. I mean, it was the ramblings of someone you'd find by themselves in a hospital eating flies.
This is the sort of thing you find when, if they find maybe a pamphlet or a booklet written by a psychopath. Someone, just before they went on a rampage and then turned the gun on themselves, they go through their possessions and they find a book and it's got weird drawings, women with knives in their face, and this kind of
In
garbage.
fact, I saw a similar sort of theory written out on a wall, but it was written in shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, all I'm saying is, I think it's when people die normally, everyone's fed up about it, aren't they, and a bit down. But if when you pass away, you go, oh, we're gonna miss Gladys or whatever. But then there's this new life brought in. It's almost like a Bad news, good
But
news.
you're talking about it like someone could pick this idea up and run with it. Like you've given them enough information to do it. How is this possible? Where does she get the baby from? Why does it grow? Why grow it in Gladys's belly? Why not have it in a drawer?
what I'm saying
ready to go, just add water. I mean...
Who looks after son of Gladys?
There is no theory here. There's no... it's the ramblings of a madman.
What I'm saying is, though, the body's always changing, innit? From caveman to now, or whatever.
In some cases.
And they're always finding out more and more. Like I read the other day about how they're saying, do you know, like they say, people have 6 senses.
Yeah.
There's loads more than that. Right, and there's this one.
I say, show me that you've got one.
No, right, and there's this one that's knocking about.
Go on.
That what it is. Say if I'm in a pub, right, and I'm just doing a crossword or whatever.
Unlikely, but go on.
And there's some woman who's walked in, right, and she's staring at me.
Yeah.
I know she's looking at me, and I look up and I look round, she's looking at me.
Right.
And they're saying that's a new sense that they found out from, like, you know, doing tests and what have you.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
And they're saying
okay.
that's been around since like man and dinosaur was knocking about.
They've stopped.
No, they've
pursuing-
explained
I
it.
think it's safe to assume that, you know, that with your perfectly round head, people are always stopping and
No,
looking.
but they explained
I mean,
it.
you just know that there's probably going to be someone there if you look
They
right.
said it's from the time when, like, caveman was, like, wandering about, and he'd go, hang on a minute, and he'd look round, there's a dinosaur there, or whatever, and he'd
Right,
leg it.
this is nonsense. One,
not-
I hate it when people use the term when caveman was wandering around. Caveman and dinosaurs, oh, they used to live together, yeah. Oh, that's the same era. Yeah. What have you been watching? Raquel Welch?
What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean caveman wandering, knocking around with a dinosaur?
You know the Flintstones is only partly based on fact. Dinosaurs and man did not coexist. The dinosaurs had long gone before man arrived. Extinct. Kaput. You don't believe us?
Well, you don't believe it because you've seen...
Because you saw that film where they took pictures of lizards and magnified them and put them next to men in films so they looked like they were fighting.
Yeah.
No, but why couldn't that have happened?
What is the film with Raquel Welch? A Million Years
10
BC.
A million years BC or
A
something.
Million Years BC. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
She had a sort of woolly mammoth bikini. Fact.
why wasn't the dinosaurs back then just like how we have dogs now, in a way?
He's watching the Flintstones.
He's watching the Flintstones.
He's thinking of the Flintstones.
Yeah.
That's what he's
when
thinking.
he puts out the saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Dido
And he mixes his concrete in a pelican.
I just think that there must have been a crossover point.
Why? Why did you say that? Why do you think there must have been
There
a
must
crossover
have
point?
been.
Because if nothing was knocking about at any point, how did anything carry on?
I know. Exactly. Why didn't Hitler meet Nero? It's weird, isn't it? There must have been a crossover. They must have met somewhere. They must have met at a party somewhere.
They mixed in similar circles.
Yeah. They must have bumped into... I can't believe it.
I forget it.
Oh.
Carl, go for it. This is Rockbusters, the last ever Rockbusters.
Right, yeah, it's a accents special one today. I've done it before in the past using accents, so
Yeah.
3 cryptic clues, initials, email in, you can win.
Do the email address
Stuff.
now, so I can take it down and start going.
Right, ricky.gervais@xfn.co.uk, right?
Yeah.
Right, first one. The northern lad remembers he had to tell his mum's daughter something.
Oh, dearie me.
The northern lad remembers he had to tell his mum's daughter something. That's O, the initial O there. Think of a band.
Yeah, I've got it
the
already.
initial,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay, that's easy. Go on next.
Second one, the person from Birmingham got a C in their degree. Right? The person from Birmingham got a C in their degree. The initial there is T.
You don't get A, B or C with your degree.
Well, that's... And the final one, the Cockney fella isn't happy. Everything's going wrong. That's DH. The initials there, DH. So very quickly, the northern lad remembers he had to tell his mum's daughter something.
God, they're not going to get the second one.
O. Second one, the person from Birmingham got a C in their degree. Initial T. And the last one, the Cockney fella isn't happy. Everything's going wrong. DH. Email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk and win some stuff.
Is it important that they bear in mind the accents? Does the will the accent
really
help them?
Of course it will, yeah.
Well, of course it will. Not necessarily, course.
Yeah. So...
Yeah. So has anyone got anything right, Carl?
Well, what we'll have to
just
do
as
is-
well, we haven't got any prizes to give away anyway, because we gave them away our next month.
Yeah, we're coming through now. Let's see. Just hang on a minute.
Well, this isn't radio. You can't just sit here looking at a computer screen going, hold on, that isn't radio.
Right, well, it'll have to be the one who got the closest, right?
Okay, who got the closest? What are the answers?
Give us them again.
Right, the northern lad remembers he had to tell his mates, his mum's daughter something.
I'm so glad this is the last one ever. This is the last, I promise it's the last Rockbuster ever.
The northern lad remembers he had to tell his mum's daughter something. That was O.
Yeah, I know that.
What was it?
Oasis.
Oasis. Right. Yeah. So that was a
I
northern
like that one,
lad.
that works. That works, though. Go on, what's the next one? This is what this one worries me. Go on.
The person from Birmingham got a C in their degree.
No idea.
That was T.
Go on.
Toto. 2-2.
A C as well. Just made it up. A C. 2-2. I love it. I love Toto. Well,
Toto.
right, no, did anyone get
Toto.
that?
Yeah.
You are
I just saw
joking.
it on an email.
Right,
Someone
come on.
got that.
What's the last
okay.
one? That's extraordinary.
Last one. The Cockney fella isn't happy. Everything is going wrong. Going back in time a bit. The initials DH.
Going back in time a bit.
Yeah, that for the song. It's not a sort of.
Oh,
modern
right,
song.
I remember. I thought I didn't hear that first time round.
Cockney fella isn't happy. Everything's going wrong. The initials were DH.
Yeah.
That was Dan Hill. Dan Hill. Right. Dan Hill. Nobody got that one. That's a tricky one. But Steve, do you want to pick someone who got a couple?
No.
I mean, I imagine Dan Hill was on everyone's lips. I mean,
I'm sorry, I think I know about music, but I don't know who Dan Hill is.
Sometimes when we touch.
Yeah, honestly, it's too much. It's
Doesn't really
an
bother me.
awful ballad from about 1973.
Yeah.
Right? No one would get Dan Hill. Did anyone get Dan Hill?
Well, I don't know. Steve, you are just.
I'm not gonna check, I can't be bothered. I just want to celebrate that it's over. I'm just pleased that we're finished with Rockbusters. Marcus has emailed, he says no to Rockbusters, he hasn't heard it but it sounds rubbish. Believe me, you couldn't be more right.
Well, does The Office sound good as a title?
Right. This is someone else, don't bring back Rockbusters. Please can we have more Holy Fook?
You're not pronouncing it right,
I
Steve.
know, I was just a bit edgy there.
Holy fuck, the little Chinese fella.
So that-
Holy fuck, the little funny Chinese fella.
No, okay, alright, well, otherwise, Carl, other than those few negative ones, most people want to see the return of Rockbusters. So, do I
Okay, go on
do I
then.
tell people what the
Let's
prizes are?
go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Are these the prizes?
Yeah, they're the prizes.
Alright, let me have a look. We got the new album from Goldfrapp. What's this one here? Oh, I have no idea. The Yardbirds. A new album from the Yardbirds. On VHS, Coogan's Run, the show where different characters make an appearance each week, including, I think, Pauline and Paul Calf. Good stuff. Who the hell wants this? Meglos,
that?
a Tom Baker Doctor Who edition. And the only decent thing really in the collection, other than Coogan's Run, is the X-List, the double CD featuring lots of current indie favourites. So, not bad little selection there, Carl.
Yeah, well, if you are new, you haven't heard it before, I sort of give a cryptic clue, and then some initials.
I'd say it isn't cryptic. It's like, what am I thinking? That might or might not be the initials that I'm gonna say. That's how you gotta think, really.
Yeah.
But go on.
Do you want to remind them of any that spring to mind? Just as a...
Exploding Pet was Atomic Kitten, doesn't really work. What
I
else?
fell down in a puddle in Texas.
I got my legs wet. Knelt down in the puddle, got my legs wet. Wet Knee Houston doesn't work either.
Whitney Houston.
Jamaican, swinging a fish round. D-trout spinners doesn't work in the slightest. Doesn't work in the slightest.
That's how they work. So, there's three of them, you email in. So here we go then. Number one. The gingerbread man has only got one leg. Right? The gingerbread man has only got one leg.
Got
the
it.
initials there. LB. LB, right? Okay. Second one. These people from the East Midlands swear a lot. Alright? These people from the East Midlands swear a lot.
These people from the...
East Midlands swear a lot. The
Okay.
initials TTD. Right? And, the third one. Have a holiday in Italy. Right?
So you've done three then?
TB is the initials on that one. So quickly again, the first one, gingerbread man's only
Yeah, I've got that
leg.
one as well. I've got that
LB.
one. I got two.
These people from the East Midlands swear a lot, TTD. And the third one, have a holiday in Italy, TB. Email in with what the songs are and you win that stuff. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Hang on, it's not the songs, it's the artists, isn't it?
Yeah, just the...
Oh yeah, like he said that. Yeah. Wow, Rockbusters. The results. You've had a few real answers, proper answers, I hear. So, either I'm wrong or people do think like you. I've got 2 of them. What are the clues again?
Right. First one was the gingerbread man has only got 1 leg.
I got that.
That was LB.
Limp Bizkit.
Right.
Yeah,
the
that
third
works.
one. The third one that I think you worked out.
Yeah.
Have a holiday in Italy.
Chewing Breaks.
TB. Chewing breaks.
Yeah, this is the one I can't get. If there's a reason why I can't get this, we're not doing Rockbusters
Can I
again.
give the answer to this one?
Yeah.
What's the clue?
The clue? These people from the East Midlands swear a lot.
Yeah. TTB.
TTB.
The answer.
TTB.
Yeah, go on.
Give the clue again.
These people from the East Midlands swear a lot.
Tourette's Trent D'Arby.
Right, you're never doing Rockbusters again.
Tourette's Trent D'Arby.
Right, you're not doing it. You're never doing. You've blown it. You see, you sneak that one in. You.
Yeah, but I always like to sort of give 2 that, you know, are fairly easy, and then you sort of work out the men from the boys then, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I'd have done a character called Tourette's Boy, friend of the little Chinaman, and it went ding dong. Oh look, it's Tourette's Boy, friend of holy fuck, holy fuck. You'd have been annoyed. Do you know what I mean? Oh, who's your mate, Tourette's Boy? Holy fuck. You'd have been annoyed, wouldn't you?
Is that a character from Lenny Henry's show? I
can't remember whether it's Chris Moores and Lenny Henry.
Yeah, one of them.
Carl, what are you thinking, mate?
Right, Rockbusters, that's what I'm thinking.
Straight to it! Straight to it. Go on then, who's the winner?
Right,
I've got to
well-
do the clues again.
Right, the first one was, the hitchhiker needs a lift, but in something bigger than a car.
Yeah, snappy, go on.
VH.
Yeah.
Right, that was Van Halen,
Van Halen. Halen a van.
because he wanted something bigger than a car. That's the first one.
Yeah.
All the
Second one.
tenses are mixed up, everything, it's just, go on.
Second one, don't be selfish, hand some of that out to your mates. That was C, that was share. Alright. It's alright.
Yep.
And the third one, the Scottish fellas can't get into their emails. The initials there, KL. They, Kenny logins.
Right. That's the
the way
last
to
time we
talk.
do Blockbusters. That is the last time we do it.
No,
It is. That's
the
the last
winner?
time. Blockbusters coming up, isn't it, Carl?
we set it up now. Get it going.
No, let's
I thought we weren't doing this anymore.
I know, I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
what happened.
I mean,
But I mean, we're shooting off in a couple of weeks, so
yeah.
what difference
Yeah.
does it make?
Well, we might as well. Now you've mentioned it, it's a good time.
Go on then.
Right. 3 cryptic clues like the one you just heard there. First one.
Craptic, go like that. Is craptic a word?
First one. My younger brother spotted you the other day. Right, that's the cryptic clue. My younger brother spotted you the other day. The initials JS. JS for the band. Second one. That champagne belongs to the Boxers kid.
The way he looks up, like, it's Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
It's, oh.
That champagne belongs to the Boxers kid. The initials there, AM. And the third one, the vibrators. And the initial B.
What?
Right? The vibrators. And the initial is B. So the first one, my younger brother spotted you the other day.
Oh, I know that one. That's ridiculous.
JS.
The phone's going.
Second one, that champagne belongs to the Boxers kid. AM. And the third one, the vibrators, the initial B. So email in, and you win. You can say the prizes later, can't you?
Well, I tell you what, this is terrible. I mean, we didn't even say the prizes. We weren't going to do this. The phone's going. Look at the phones are going mental. Well, we're struggling here. We're struggling, Steve.
Wait a minute. You say that, but wait a minute. The answers for Rockbusters are coming up right now. So you thought people were turning off?
Oh my God!
No.
Oh, what have we done? We've done take my shoes off for money. Take my shoes off for money. We've done that. We've done. Oh, look at these funny postcard breasts. And we've done. We didn't win a Sony. Coming up,
Regular features.
Jeez, we got nothing, have we?
Come on.
Sometimes it's good. Come on, Carl, save us. You've got to save us.
So
We've done.
Rockbusters answers then. Are we doing them now, Steve?
Yeah.
Right. First one, my younger brother spotted you the other day. The
Yeah.
initials there, JS. That was junior, senior. Right.
Yeah, good. I'll give you that.
Second one, that champagne belongs to the Boxers kid. That was AM. That was Alison's Moye. Alison's Moye. Alison Moye. for the
Sorry,
second
just
one.
give us the clue again.
That champagne belongs to the boxer's kid.
So, Muhammad Ali's son.
Yeah.
Right,
Alison's
Moye.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And then third one, always an easy one in there for everyone so they can take part. The vibrators, the initials B. That's Buzzcocks.
You can't say Cox.
We've
That's
been
why
through this
with the
before.
award. That's why you can't say Cox.
Have we got a winner?